About Showbie today, and I'm really thinking that this might be a good solution for us with elementary. I think it might provide opportunities for kindergarten, first, second, third, and fourth grade with a way that they can turn in their assignments. Um, and it's pretty simplistic. It's pretty easy to use, and so I think that's what today we'll focus on is, do you think it's realistic? And so we'll take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, so that way you can see what's going on there. Actually, I'm going to share this one. Okay, can you see my iPad now?
Yes.
All right, good. All right, so here's the Showbie app, which you already have downloaded. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And this is what it looks like on the teacher end. You, from what I understand, already signed up for an account? Yes. So what I'm going to ask you to do, actually, is I'm actually going to have you go ahead and, or actually, you might be able to do it from your teacher account. It might work okay. We'll find out here in a second. Okay. But how this would work is you as a teacher have different classes, and every time you open up your iPad, it starts up here on these classes. And right now I only have one class, and you can see that I have 5 assignments and 1 collected. We'll get into that in a little bit. So, and you can interrupt anytime, by the way. I would say throw something at me, but that won't work very well now, will it? All right. I'm going to go ahead and create a new assignment, or I'm going to create a new class. So down here at the bottom, I'm going to create a class, and I'm going to call this Julie, because this will be my class with Julie, okay?
Okay.
And do you see this code here?
Yes.
It's 3VVCW. So whenever you have your kids create an account, they will need a class code. And this is 3VVCW. I'm going to hit save. If I ever need to see that code, I can always press on the class and hit edit. Maybe not. I know it's somewhere in here. Maybe it's in the information button. Keep looking here. I know it says it there, but usually it'll say it here as well. Maybe I have to slide. Or maybe I have to long press. I can't remember exactly how to do it, but there's a way that you, after you, oh, there it is. You see what I did there? When you're in your classes, you can press on edit, and then press on the gear, and then you can see class codes if you need them again, okay?
Okay.
All right? And once you save them, then you give those kids the code, and they can join a class by pressing down on the plus on the bottom. And you can press this join class button, and they would punch in that code and be able to join your class. Following me so far?
I have a question for you.
What's that?
Can you join more than one class?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can join multiple classes, which would be really, really handy if you are a heavy technology user. If you're using it in multiple subject areas, you'll probably want different classes for different purposes. You could have a whole lineup of different classes over there. And that'll just help you organize even more, okay?
Okay.
In fact, if you wanted, you could even make a specific class just for a specific project. So that's always possible too.
Okay.
Okay, so you went ahead and joined my class. I'm going to go ahead and go into my class. And right now I have nothing in there. But what I do need to do is I need to create some assignments for you. Just what you want to do, right?
I haven't joined your class.
You're enjoying my class? That's nice. Thank you.
I haven't joined your class.
You're,
I have not.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. I didn't realize I was supposed to do that. Now I forget the code I need.
Oh, it doesn't have it there?
I hadn't typed it in yet.
Oh, sorry. down at the bottom, hit the plus, hit join class, and the code is 3VVCW.
Okay, I'm caught up now.
Now you're caught up. Sorry about that. And anytime you think there's a lag in what's going on, there is a refresh button down here at the bottom. So it gets, doesn't confirm that you're in my class yet.
It's showing up on my list.
It's showing up on yours? Okay, we'll see here. Let's try adding an assignment and see if it catches up for you. Maybe it doesn't show up for me because you're a teacher. That's my guess. That you're right now a co-teacher. But that's okay. We'll still make it work. Usually what happens over here, Julie, is you would see, as soon as your kids sign up, you would see all their names listed over here. And you'd be able to see what they turn in. I think we're missing that because you are signed up as a teacher. So let me think about that for a second. Let me think how we can solve this. Actually, I have an idea. Here's what we can do. I want you to go back, click on your name, and sign out.
Okay?
Okay? Did you sign out?
Yes.
Okay. And I already have student one that you can use. We can use my daughter's account. Okay? So when you sign in, the username will be Yoder L25. And I'll have to change this password later because I'm recording this. But the password is 1234. Okay?
Okay.
Did you get signed in?
I'm signed in.
Awesome. And then what you'll need to do is you'll need to go down to the plus down at the bottom and hit the join class button.
Okay.
And then put in the 3VVCW.
Okay, I'm signed in.
Okay, I'm going to refresh this. And it's still not showing you as my student. Maybe it takes a little bit. Usually it doesn't. Usually it's instantaneous. And you can see my class?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and try and add something. Let's try starting with an assignment, okay? Julie, you use Sketch quite often, don't you?
I have not too much, but some.
Okay, but you're at least familiar with it enough that if I created an assignment for you to do with Sketch, you could do it, right? Correct?
Correct, yes.
All right, just making sure. All right, so let's say I make one. You have a project. I remember one time you had your kids do area and perimeter one time. So let's say it is perimeter with Sketch. Okay, and you can set the time for it if you want to. You can set a due date for it, and you can also do an assignment lock, like if you want to make a bunch of them ahead of time, but you don't want them to access it yet, you can put a lock on it so they can't get into it yet. And you can always unlock those later. But that's just a side note. Okay, did you get an assignment? Might have to refresh down here.
Not yet.
Because you're still not in my class the way it looks.
I can see all of your assignments that you've created for that class already.
Oh, for the previous class?
Yes, when I signed in with your daughter's username.
But you can't access this one?
It's not showing up, no.
Oh, I think you just showed up. All right, so I created the assignment. There we go. Now you're in my class.
Okay.
Okay, so you press on Julie, perimeter with sketch. Did that show up?
Yes, I see that
Okay, so it must have just taken a little time. Usually it's faster than that. That's kind of surprising.
now.
All right, so I see you as my student, and this is the shared folder. And what I can do in here is I can leave you messages. I can leave you voice notes. Um, and how I would go about doing that is I'm going to hit the plus up here, and I'm going to start with just a text note. I'm going to say, I want you to take a picture of a square and label the perimeter with sketch. I'm putting you on the spot here, Julie.
Okay.
And when I hit save, you'll see my message. Now, you might not see it right away. You might have to use that refresh button in there, okay?
Okay.
The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a picture for you. Let's say that I provide the picture. Let me find something that is square shaped. I'll use this. That one's dirty. Look at that. That's horrible. Okay? And directly within the app, I never had to leave the app. Directly within the app, I can take a picture of something, use photo, and it'll take me to the screen where I can edit it. If I want to add text to it, I can add text to it. I can draw directly on it. And so I might do something as simple as a name line. How about that?
Okay.
Just for fun. This is just to give you an idea of what you can do with it. So you can even, on your pictures that you send them, you can give them a name box. Kind of fun, huh? Okay, I'm going to apply that, and then I'm going to hit done. And when I do that, it's going to upload, and it's going to show up on your iPad. Okay?
Okay, I've got it.
Awesome. So are you seeing kind of how, from my screen, are you kind of seeing how you as a teacher can distribute content to your students? Is this kind of it's giving you an idea? Okay, good.
I do have one question. Can
Okay.
you individual messages to students, or would it be to your whole class? Those, like that text message that you put in there.
That is a great question. I'm glad you asked that. Yes. In the shared folder, when I tap on the shared folder, anything I put in there goes to everyone.
Okay.
So the text messages, the voice messages, the pictures, PDF files, anything I put in the shared folder goes to everyone. I can, however, press on you individually and write an exclusive note to you. So if I want to say, good job, this note will only go to you because I tapped on your name.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
So that allows you to not only, send out broad messages, but you can also specialize and give specific instructions if the student is really meeting expectations or not meeting expectations at all. So that allows you to customize that. All right, so here with this photo, when you tap on it, it'll load up. You can go ahead and do the same on yours. And it'll show up like this, and now you only see a photo. But here's what's kind of cool with it. Since I said I wanted you to do this with Sketch, I want you to press this button here at the top. It'll say Open In. Are you with me? Julie?
Yes, I see that.
Okay. Did you do the same?
Yes, I have open in, and I even see sketch.
Awesome. So yes, you would select Sketch, and it'll switch over to Sketch for you. So you don't have to do the thing where you have them save a picture. You don't have to have, if you had a previous project there was a discard changes there. I was just going to discard that, okay? And then it'll go straight to your other project. Did this come up for you then?
Yes.
Awesome. So obviously, go ahead and try it out. Put in your name. Put in my name, and I'm guessing that's about 1.5 inches each side. That's an estimate there. I didn't get out a ruler, sorry. Obviously, you wouldn't do that for kids.
I was for one, but couldn't find one, so.
You were looking for one? I'm pretty sure it's about 1.5. Maybe 1.25. We'll say 1.5 just for fun. And you can label it however you want, have them do the assignment. Okay? And then they would combine them all, obviously, and you would say 6 inches. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so they have their assignment. Did you try it out?
Yeah, I'm just about done.
Awesome. Obviously, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just for demonstration purposes. All right, and then when you're all done, up here at the top is the export button. And one of your options is other app. And guess what's going to show up there when you press other app?
Showbie.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So when you press on Showbie, what's also nice is since you opened it in that folder, it's automatically going to go back to that folder when you press Add File.
Awesome.
Okay, so go ahead and hit the Add File button. I hit Cancel because I don't really want it in there.
Okay.
This is just to give you an idea. And what we'll see here is that your icon here beside your name actually changed. It now has a little circle beside it. What that means is that something was added to it. And I can even see over here, when I press on your name, I can see what you have added. And this is what your folder would look like too, because you can see what I've added and what you've added. And every single student over here on the left-hand side, their folder would be exclusive to them. So if I want to see your work, I can just press on it and see it. And if I want to annotate it myself, if I want to mark something on it, I could using Sketch. Or if I would rather just let you know how you did, I could just leave you a text message or I could leave you a voice message. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you the voice message just to try it out. Actually, I should look at your work again and make sure you did it okay. Very nice. So I'm going to leave you a message. So press on the plus and there's a voice note here. And I'm going to hit the record button. Now the first time you do this, more than likely it's going to ask you for permission to access your microphone. And hopefully all your students allow permission. You know how much of a pain that is when they press don't allow and you have to fix it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun, isn't it?
And they always say they didn't push that.
Oh, they never ever push it. It just happens like magic. So I'm going to go ahead and hit record. Julie, you did a really, really nice job. I see that you understand perimeter really well. In fact, you labeled your work much better than Mr. Yoder. Then I'll hit save, and it should upload it to you here in a little bit, and you'll have the ability to listen to that by pressing on it and hitting play.
I see it.
Yeah? You can try it out if you'd like. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is right now we're actually looking at the Showbie Pro version, which is actually a paid version. There are still voice messages allowed. However, you'll notice that when I went to record it, it says, when I start recording, it says I can have up to 5 minutes. So when I start recording, you'll actually see a 5 minute mark. I don't remember how long the free version is. I was thinking it was just a 1 minute note. So right now, like I said, right now we're looking at Showbie Pro.
How much was the version that you have?
Well, it's free for 30 days. They let me try it out. And right now you're probably trying it too,
Okay.
possibly. Um, I probably should have actually, I'll send you an invite for an East Noble account. I need to send you one so that way you actually get a little more space and you have unlimited assignments, okay? I'll make sure I do that later. But there's individual teacher accounts, and then there's also a basic school account, and the basic school account allows you to have as many assignments as you want. But you are limited on how large of files the kids can send. So the cost, I think the cost for the Showbie Pro, I got a quote from them. I emailed them and asked them for the size of staff we have. They quoted us at $5 a student. Or no, not a student, $5 a class, which isn't too unreasonable. Okay, now other things you can try. You can go ahead and try a voice note if you want. You can try a text note if you want. That way you have an idea of what it looks like. You'll notice that these icons appear, meaning that there's different types of files in there. While you are kind of fiddling around, I'll show you that there is a PDF tool. You can actually make your PDFs directly from here. I did this the other day with Faith Erickson. And while I was teaching her kids how to use Showbie, she was in the back making PDF files. It was pretty fun. They were showing up on the kids' iPads. But you can have pictures ahead of time, and you can capture a PDF right away. I'm going to go ahead and just take a picture of something just to give you an idea. And so I just did a blank piece of paper, and I'll hit Use Photo, and then I can also add information to this PDF file, just like I could before. I may give a name line. There isn't one on it. And apply. Oh, there's a mistake I made. You don't want to hit apply until you have it exactly where you want it. So I made a mistake there. Let's see if there's an undo button. Do you see one on my screen?
No.
No, I goofed that up, didn't I? Hey, we're learning lessons here, aren't we? Yeah, I think if I do that, I'm going to have to start over. We'll try it again, okay? So make sure you don't hit apply until you have it exactly where you want it. Sometimes mistakes are not so bad. You learn from them. So let's try that name box. Again, I'll get rid of my keyboard, and then I'll move it where I want it and hit apply. And I can draw a space for you, hit apply. And you also have the option of with this tool, you can crop the photo. Like if there's pieces you don't want out, you can crop those pieces out or change the color of it. I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And now what it should be doing is sending you a PDF file. Now I'm assuming that you'll be able to see the Pro version because I'm using the Pro version right now. But what you can do with the Pro version is go ahead and tap on the file.
Okay, I'm there.
And when you tap on the file, up at the top, do you have these tools?
Yes.
Yes, this is part of the Pro version, and this is what I really, really like. You have the ability to annotate directly in this app. Okay, so you can send them pieces of work in PDF form. It goes, and you never leave the app, and they have the ability to annotate. You have a nice zoom tool here, and then that kind of helps with the pin feature. If you zoom in, you get a better quality writing. Now you'll notice that my pen is red. What color is yours?
Black.
Yes. And they do that on purpose. They have the teacher version as red and the student writing is black. And then you also have this option of putting in these notes. This is really cool. You tap on the screen with this note here, then you can leave little annotations, or it could be questions. Maybe I do not understand this part. Maybe they want you to know that about this PDF file. And they would hit save, and they have the ability to move their icon wherever the question is. They also, it looks like they do have undo buttons in the annotator for the PDF version. So that's good to know. When you are all done, you can press the done button. I'm going to get rid of all of that. Hit done. All right, did you try it out?
I did, and I pushed done.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it updated the one that you sent me, right?
Correct. So now I see over here there's a little pen mark. And I believe that pen mark means that you've written on it. So I'm going to press on it and see if it updated your annotations. Oh, there's your name. So this is how they can write on any PDF that you create, respond, and you wrote a note. I can think of many uses for this, okay? But I can't move your note. Like, once you place that note there, it's there. You're the only person that can move it, which is really, really cool. But they don't, they lock those into place. But I can send you a note back. Oops, thanks for trying it out. I'll hit save, and I will move it right beside yours, collapse it, and I'm also going to give you a nice star. 100%. And then I'm going to hit done. And now that should go right back to you.
I already have it.
Awesome. Does the pen change color when I've annotated it? Mine's kind of grayed out.
In fact, before you even pushed done, it was making changes. I had opened it before you pushed done, and I had your changes. So.
Oh wow, that's fast.
Yeah.
So whatever issues we had at the beginning, I don't know what was going on there, but it's moving quick now. Would you happen to have any example work like you've done in Pickwall or some app where the kids saved a photo of any sort? Do you have any samples in your camera roll?
I can check.
Okay. What I'll do is I will create another assignment just to give you an idea.
Okay.
So I'm just going to call this picture and hit save. And now there's a new assignment, so you'll have to go back a step and go into the one that says picture. I'll leave you a message, and I'll just say upload any picture from your camera roll. I'll hit save, and that should now be in your shared. That should now be in your box for this assignment called picture. You also notice I have my picture by my on my screen. Students can put their picture as their icon. Right now there isn't one for this one, but you can actually add your picture when you press on your name all the way back at the beginning. You can edit your profile and your picture. That's just a side note. Okay, so Julie, to add to this assignment, you'll just press on the plus, add something from your photo library.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
The picture I inserted was sideways, and there are lots of tools down there to rotate it and do all kinds of things to it, I see.
Yes, very good point. I showed that to Mrs. Erickson's second graders as well. They had some pictures that were rotated. I showed them, hey, if you ever have a sideways picture, you can always fix it right here before you turn it in. They liked that. They thought that was pretty cool.
Okay, there, it's there.
Okay, I'll go ahead and refresh. And now it shows on my screen that you've turned something in. It has an attachment there. So to see yours, I'll press on your name, and I can see your work. Very cool. I like the graph. What did you use to make that?
Um, Doodle Buddy.
Awesome. Great use of Doodle Buddy. So if I have time to type a message, I might type a message. I may just say, I may just leave you a voice message because sometimes that's quicker. Julie, you did a fantastic job on this project. I like your use of Doodle Buddy. It is a very creative idea. And that allows you to get that feedback extremely quickly. All right. Did you get it?
Yes, I got it.
Awesome. Now, all of these features that are here are free no matter what. So they can do PDF files, they can do text notes. The thing that's missing on the Pro is if you don't have Pro, you don't have the annotation tool, you have a shorter voice recording time, and I think your file size limit is smaller, which could be an issue if you have really, really long videos. But most of our kids are doing shorter videos, so it shouldn't be an issue.
What size of videos have you uploaded?
Well, with the Pro version, I believe you get up to 100 megabyte. With the free version, let me see if I can pull that up. And let's look up Showbie here. Because I want to make sure I'm accurate here, because I have the school version, not just the teacher version. And so with the school version, your size of file is 25 megabytes. How long of a video that is on your iPad, I don't know. I would think that that would probably, this is just an estimate, I would guess probably between 2 to 3 minutes.
Down there below it, where it says video clip length limit, is that related to that?
That's a good question. I wonder if that is a live capture. Like if you're demonstrating something through video. I could be wrong on that. Maybe that is a 1 minute. Maybe that doesn't necessarily translate there. So what that exactly means, I think it is adding video messages through it. I would think that you would need to do that through your camera and switch it to video. I think that's what it's meaning is. Let me go back to my screen here. I think it's referring to doing this, pressing on camera, switching this to video, maybe, there we go, and then starting to record something saying, hey, this is what I'm expecting you to do. Can you see this work? Hit stop, and video, and it exports it. I think that's what that's referring to with the 1 minute. But generally, I mean, generally, most of those questions can be answered that quickly, you know. And so with the voice note, though, it would be nice for our younger students to be able to read a text aloud and have that full 5 minutes. So we are a little limited by doing 1 minute. So might have to get a little bit creative. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about it?
No.
Kind of broke up there, Julie. Was that a yes or a no?
I don't have any questions.
No questions at all. All right. Do you think, the question I have is, how do you think teachers will respond to this?
Well, you know, we use EduCreations in 2nd grade, and I can see this having the same features, but even more. I mean, it keeps all the students' work right there. You're able to, students can videotape themselves right in the app. I like the fact that they can use it and then come right back to the app and not have to separately upload it. And I'm thinking e-learning day is written all over this. I mean, you can have everything you need. You could even have just an e-learning assignment folder and have everything they need to do in there. Yeah, I think there's tons of uses for this.
Okay. Now, you've used Edmodo before. You're a 2nd grade teacher. You've used Edmodo before. How do you feel about this in comparison to Edmodo?
It's probably easier to follow.
Okay. And that's what I'm getting at. Do you think this is a viable option for K through 4?
I'm not sure how I mean, I'm sure 4th grade would use it. I mean, I don't know that, I'm not sure how many of them are using Edmodo right now.
Right.
Many teachers using Edmodo?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. I have some teachers in 3rd and 4th grade that have tried Edmodo, but they felt like it was kind of an all or nothing deal. Like you either had to really, really be invested in it. You couldn't really use it lightly because there was so much to it, and the kids were confused. They kind of felt like you had to be using it all the time in order for the kids to be comfortable and fluent in it.
You know, I think I'll try this with my class today, and I'm sure I can get into a couple other classrooms in the next few days and try it out.
Okay.
And then we can talk about it again, but, you know, I think people would be open to using it, definitely.
Okay. All right.
Fantastic. I mean, the amount of time I've worked with it, I think it has a lot of uses. So.
Okay. Do you think, and this is the tricky part, do you think this would be an easier option for kindergarten? Do you think it's possible for them to use this?
Yes.
Okay. What I was thinking is that we might have to just limit how many assignments they have in there at a time. Because I could see if there's a bunch of assignments lined up, I could see that being somewhat confusing for a kindergartner. Now, what you do have the ability to do also is once they're all done, if you slide over, you can archive it, so that way it does not appear for the student.
Okay.
You don't destroy it, you're just saving it in a different place. So when I archive that, it doesn't appear for you anymore. And I believe when I press the edit button, it appears again, and I can see those by pressing archive, view them again. So that gives you the ability to save even assignments from year to year.
How do you delete an assignment within, like when I click on the perimeter assignment?
Perimeter with Stitch here?
Is there a way to delete?
I don't think you're saying you want to be able to delete something that you made?
I think, you know, actually right now when I tap,
I think you slide with that.
got a hand to come up.
Does that come up for you when you slide over on it?
It's grayed out. Maybe it's because it's something that you created.
Well, try it on one that has your name on it, or my daughter's name on it, I should say.
Yeah, it's grayed out on my, okay. Here we go. Yes, things that I created, I'm able to delete.
Right. And I can delete everything because I'm the teacher.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Well, if there's no other questions, thanks for doing this with me, Julie. I think this will give people kind of a good overview of what this looks like. I will get you an email sent to invite you to do a teacher account. And if you have teachers that want to try it out, have email me their names, and I will send them an invite as well, so that way they have more space.
Okay.
Because there is a difference if you look at on the Showbie website, there is a difference between the teacher version. There's some different features that were available on the teacher version versus the class version. And I think the big difference is right here, the max assignments. You can only have 100 assignments unless you have the school version. And if you have the school version, then you have unlimited assignments. So that makes a big difference.
Well, thank you very much.
Hey, no problem. Thanks again.
Sure.
Have a great day.
See you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.